What is up, YouTube? It is very weird holding a phone up because I have not brought my GoPro. But anyway, I'm back. Is this like the 7th time I've said I'm back? I don't know. But we are getting into it. Yes, the title says I'm in prep. Yes, since I was last on here, we have had Colby, so I will show you Colby. But I just thought we'll get back on it. I enjoy it. I actually don't know now. I think I'm 17 weeks out from the first big show I want to do. I'm only 11 out, I think, from a regional that you have to do to qualify for the big shows. But the idea is we're going to do 4 shows. But anyway, I'll get more into that in the video. I am currently on the morning routine of walking the dogs. I'm going to try and keep this video a bit short and sweet, just to get back into the swing of things. But I hope everyone's been good, especially if I know you, especially if you're local. All right, I hope everything's good. The weather's fucking unreal. And yeah, that's it. We're prepping. We're working with Hilly for this one. I've done the off season with him as well. I think I look the best I ever have, which is good. Like I say, I'll show you Colby as well. Show you a bit of the coaching, probably not in today's one. But yeah, I'm going to use this series as a bit of a vloggy style as always. And now I've got the dog pulling me. A vloggy style as always. But hopefully it educates a lot of people. And I actually do want to educate. Not educate, I want people to realise I don't know, what you do as a bodybuilder. Number one, show my clients and how I walk the walk, I suppose, because you don't see too much of it. You hear me say a lot for you to do. But then, secondly, I will be as open as literally an open book in terms of the drugs. So if you want to comment down below after any video saying about asking questions, I'll be as open as possible. But you will, every video I go into them, I will premise it with, this is how long I've been doing it. This is how I'll compete. I compete, this is why I use this. And I'll try and break down if it's a lot or not. Because most people they hear a load of drugs and they think it's a lot. But you could be using 1 milligram of all of them, which is literally like nothing. Or you could be using 600 milligrams of all of them, which is probably quite a lot. So I want you to give an insight. If I could just educate people, and I probably will, when I go into the drug stuff, the peptide stuff, say that 99% of you, not even local to me, but 99% of you down gyms do not need to run what I run. You can run like 1 or 2 of the compounds at a lower dose and get unbelievable results for your goals. But yeah, in terms of the goal, it's a very short prep-ish type thing. You don't do this all the time. But anyway, I'll get into the morning routine, and I'll see you inside. Morning routine of feeding the dogs. Let's see if he does his dance. Excuse the mess. Oh, what is it? Oh, what is it, boy? Come on in. Oh, yes. But me and him and Colbs are going to go for a coffee. But before I go, I thought, because I want to give an insight into what prep is actually like, I'm not going to break down the prices of everything, but I'll show you kind of what I'm supplementing with. So these are just normal supplements and not all of them. And then when I go through the peds later, I will explain how much that does cost as well. But anyway, if we go from supplements, because people are interested in that, good source of omega-3s. All right, a multivitamin, the one from Trained by JP. We have got supplement needs liver stack to aid my liver whilst on cycle and off cycle. Vitamin D3 and K2. Dream sleep supplement, amazing. Obviously pre-bed, not now. Turbogaline from Engineered to do with bringing down my prolactin. I've got Turbo Drive as my pre-workout, along with the, I haven't been using it too much, but one of the Evogen supplement, what was it called, Evo Charged, that pre-workout as well. Peptide wise, methylene blue I didn't show you earlier. We've got Vital Support, which is an all-round support whilst being on cycle, but I would still use it anyway. We've got kidney and blood pressure, does what it says on the tin from Supplement Needs. We have got creatine to be added to that. I use JP's. HBCD, I think I've got applied nutrition, so that's intra-workout. Glutamine, intra-workout. Taurine, intra-workout. And I think that might be it. I think that's the supplements, and I'll go through the peds later. But as you can imagine, I'm lucky that I do get some of it for free, but I still have to pay for most of these supplements, even though I have a discount code. If you want to use Cal10 at Full Ball Sports, feel free. But yeah, I'm sure you can work out how much that all is, and insight into those are pretty much monthly. Pretty sure there's not, yeah, all of them. Maybe the methylene blue lasts a bit longer, but everything else is monthly. So yeah, and I'll show you the peds later. And I won't show you too much of Kolb's, but I will through the session. But this is the newest addition to the fam. Can we put it on your face, Kolb's? Oh yeah, look. It's you. You say hello?
Say hi.
7 weeks old today, ain't you? Yes. Look at it. What is it? Gonna give everyone a kiss. But yeah, there we have it. He is 7 weeks old today. Colby Logan Pettigrove. How fun. Right, we are off to greens for our chest and bicep session, which I'm going to be doing by myself. You'll notice that throughout my prep, I might have mentioned it earlier, but I will be at greens purely for the fact that I just need to focus, get my headphones on, that's how I like to train, get through the session, etc, etc. You will still see me down sparks, but during prep, unless it's an off session, it won't be to train, it'll be to probably train my brother, or if I'm having a look at one of my competing clients. But I was just thinking on the way here, like, I've been watching a few podcasts, and I don't know how other people feel, because I suppose, like I say, a lot of people are local from around here, so you're only used to the local gyms, whereas I've been a gym snob and I've been all over. But it's so strange to see the difference of every gym everywhere. The environment over the years, especially since COVID, has just changed so much. Like, don't get me wrong, gyms have done up, and gyms have got really good kit. Like, I went factory the other day, and places have got really good kit. I can see them all, like Muscleworks is amazing kit, but I know that's gone to absolute shit. Like, none of these gyms have any, and look, this is me being a selfish bodybuilder, I'm just talking about bodybuilding, I'm just talking about training hard. They just, no gyms have the environment anymore. I've seen multiple podcasts who have mentioned, like, up north, Ultraflex Rotherham isn't what it used to be, and that was kind of seen, maybe it was a bit not overhyped, it was like everyone was on it in terms of, you could see on Instagram, so maybe it was just a bit of like, oh, you thought it was a certain way, and maybe it is still like that, but it just, everywhere's dead in terms of atmosphere. So going back to it, I just need good kit, playing and banging, headphones on. Quiet is another thing as well. Oh, police car. Quiet is another thing. In terms of, I love to chat to clients, but it benefits both me and the client if I'm there not training rather than training, right? And especially when I get dead towards the end. So but yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about gyms. For anyone that is watching that was in Ironworks, when I used to go to Ironworks, that was fucking fun. People throwing shit about, people having a laugh, banging and clanging. Hey, Lewis fucking putting drum and bass on as loud as it could go. I don't know. It was just wicked, and you wanted to train. But yeah, just personal preference of what the prep. After the prep, I'll be like back again half and half. But the prep's going to be a while. But anyway, this vlog will be the first of many. So I have got potentially a regional coming up in 11 weeks time. That'll be in Grays. That is, I'm only saying potential, as the only reason I'm doing a regional is because I want to do the Sweden Pro Qualifier. This is all to do with Two Bros, they're the company that runs it, and I just really wanted to do a European show because they look absolutely fucking wicked, and I hate Two Bro shows. I think they're absolutely fucking horrendous. So yeah, I don't really want to do them, but you have to do a regional in your own country to be able to do any pro qualifier. To be honest, I wouldn't even care if it was a pro qualifier. I mean, I probably could just do the regional the day before. I mean, I should probably just look at that, but no, I think it has to be where you live. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be where you live. But anyway, that'll be 11 weeks. So look, we'll come in as best as I can for 11 weeks time. It definitely won't be shit, but I'm not calling it a warm-up show or anything like that. I'm just saying my main 3 shows are the ones that I believe are 17, 19 and 21 weeks. So 17 weeks would be Sweden. That's a pro qualifier. Unless an absolute miracle happens, which I'm very realistic with where I'm at. I think I can be very competitive. I think I can be good. I'm going to be bringing my best anyway. I'm so many kilos up. I can be leaner than I have been before. But I'm 99% sure I wouldn't win a pro card. But look, I've seen people win pro cards who are absolutely awful. So just depends who's there. But I feel like Sweden's always a good show, so the standard isn't kind of that shit. Then 2 weeks after that, because I love PCA shows, I'll be doing the PCA Hull. Might be called PCA Yorkshire, I don't know. Worst comes to worst, which again I'm super confident with the PCA ones, but worst comes to worst, or if I just want to do an extra show in between this PCA London, in between my last one and the whole one, which would be the PCA finals. So my idea would be, I want to get to the PCA British finals in the, it'll be tall bodybuilding class, and then yeah, hopefully can do some damage there. Again, I don't know. I just don't know how many people competing this year, and you always see the ones in the early. Like you have no idea 19, 20 weeks out, or even the guys doing the shows now who's going to do the British finals. So I have no idea. But look, I've only done 1 British finals and I won the novice bodybuilding, so I'll take it. And this whole year will be the next step up for me. I think in 2 bros I'm a super heavyweight, but that remains to be seen. I mean, if I'm on the cusp of both, my ego will be hit, but it is what it is. But anyway, the drugs are in today. Helia said the drugs are in. I'll go over them when I'm home. I'll record some clips in the training. I can't imagine I'm going to do too many training clips. Close to the show I might do, because you can see the physique, you can see the training. There's probably much more to talk about, but at the moment you just crack on. You're in prep, you crack on, you do your steps, you do your cardio. 13,000 steps now. You do your cardio, you just get it done. Every rep counts, but for me it's headphones on, get the job done. Nothing amazing, nothing wild, just yeah, time to bring it. So I'll get into some clips and probably just go over some tips and stuff, but I'll also put in the timestamp. Probably should say at the start, put it in the timestamp, like if you don't want to watch the training, because I never do on people's videos. Then you just skip to the end and learn about what drugs are you taking, Cal? Right, so this is obviously a chest session with biceps, which you will see. Now technically, and apologies Hilly if you're watching this is supposed to be a cable press, as in using the D handles of the cable. I just don't get on with it, and I really like this machine. So, as you'll see, apart from the fresh creps, I keep this super controlled because I can max this out. And it's all about feeling the stretch. If there were 2 tips to give you on pretty much every movement, number 1, I want to make sure that I'm doing the correct movement in terms of like where my elbows are, making sure I feel it in the chest. That could be slightly different for you, whether you put your elbows up or down, but mine need to be tucked, as well as the fact that I was scoring my right wrist, so it does play into my pushing a little bit. Because you'll see the same on here. Look, I do play around with it, and these are just going to be 1 sets, but ultimately there was that cable press that came after the pec deck, which I didn't film. But all of these at the moment are pretty much 4 sets. So this was actually set 2 or 3, as you can see, really light. Trying to focus on my chest there, trying to be able to see it really through my vest, keep it nice controls, pulls at the bottom, get that stretch, make sure I feel it in the chest, and that has been a game changer for me in terms of my chest development as well. Now this is obviously a flat press. I have the choice of a machine or dumbbells, and I like this chest press, this hammer strength one. So it can be pretty heavy at the top, quite easy at the bottom, but as you will see, you might, if you're used to following me and you're used to seeing my Instagram, I've been in places where I can lift quite heavy, but the way Hilly has me training at the moment is much more volume. This is actually the last set where it's a double drop set, and I simply cannot do that weight. I get humbled constantly, which for the first week hurt my ego, but now I'm past it. I just realise I'm a weak bitch, and that's it. And this whole exercise, again, all the chest movements is just making sure, for me, and it should be for you, that you feel it in your chest. Your shoulders should be, at least for me, I pull them back. I do try and curve my back, it works better for me, and I do feel it at the bottom. I use the pec deck and all my presses. I want to make sure I feel the stretch the most, because that allows me to have that mind muscle connection with the chest. So ultimately, when I push, I'm not pushing with my arms. I could leave my arms there, and I'm trying to use my chest at least at the start of the movement. And with this machine as well, it converges, which is what you want, because you want to be able to bring the arm across you in terms of training your chest as well. But yeah, this absolutely humbles me. I think, yeah, 4 plates, 3 plates, 2 plates. Bearing in mind, I think I've done 7 before when I do the whole top set back off approach as well, which is cool. And then next up, we move on to biceps. So like I say, with all those chest movements, they're ranging from pretty much, on average, 4 times 12, 15, or 4 times 8 to 12. Stuff like that. Those aren't the exact rep ranges, but 8 to 15 tend to be the rep ranges. And the idea is it's almost a bit old school how I used to train when I first started. It's almost, yeah, you go heavier set after set. Now this Cybex bicep curl I fucking love. I've got injured biceps, injured tendons, and I just feel it really well. You see, controlling it on the way down, not stretching my arms all the way because my tendon will fall off, and just trying to curl it up as much as I can using my bicep. Again, don't just move it towards your head. I'm actually trying to contract my bicep and feel it in my bicep, and if you do, even 1 rep and the lightest weight will burn your biceps as well, with some little partials at the end. And then this final clip is, again, there is one more after this, but it's just single arm cable curl. So these are supposed to be dumbbell curls to your head. Because of the screw in my wrist, I did try around and play with them, but due to the screw in my wrist, I just couldn't get one of my arms to actually do it properly. But yeah, considering this is the first week of a cycle, I'm pretty happy with how I look in these. So yeah, there's the session. Any questions on it, of course, let me know, comment below. So, back from an amazing chest and bicep session. As you saw, I'm not going to film that much, unless training changes, which I will go into. I don't know about you, but I find watching people's training hella boring, unless it's like an edit, or I've got a professional camera and I will use that more, and I will use my mics as I go through this. But like I say, I just want to get a short video out saying I'm prepping for you guys to meet Colby and to get into the swing of things, right? And I'm just going to use this last bit of this Friday, right? Because we're now getting ready to wind down. She's giving him a bath. She's absolutely dead because he's been crying all day. And I wanted to go through the fun part, which is the cycle. Okay, and I'll stop from that chair from fucking making a noise. But the cycle that we're going with. Now, I want to premise this for everyone watching, and I do apologise. I'm going to keep being patronising and saying, especially local people who know me, please do understand that the cycle that I will go through and be completely transparent with has been from 6 years now of being enhanced. No, that does not mean I have been on cycle in terms of blasting these drugs for 6 years. I've heard of people nearby and not nearby who are 3 years of using a cycle. Good luck. Nice early coffee for you. But do understand that I have always started with the lowest amount. Every single cycle I have done has been a slight increase, and I'm almost at the point now where I don't know how many more years I'm going to do this. Sounds stupid because I'm only going to be 32 this year, but obviously I've got Colby now as well. I'm going to want to do a lot of stuff with him, and yeah, we'll just sit this season. I want to have an absolutely wicked season because I ain't really enjoyed my shows up till now. So yeah, I want to have a wicked season. So just understand that I should be a super heavyweight bodybuilder. So that is the heaviest class of bodybuilder that you can get as an amateur. Okay, so with that must warrant a level of muscle. Okay, so I almost want to say the drugs can also relate to the amount of muscle. Now, I will try my best throughout this prep series to educate you on at least what a bodybuilder would maybe say is a high amount, a medium amount, and a low amount of PEDs. Right? I think when you hear people taking mils of this and mils of that, that means fucking nothing because you don't know how much milligrams they're talking about within what they're using, right? And then also to that, someone might be saying to you, oh yeah, I'm running test, I'm running tread, I'm running mast, I'm running this. But again, you have no idea how much they're running. Oh yeah, for the average gym goer, I don't think running 10 fucking things is smart, but I'm going to be honest here, there is loads of shit, like loads of stuff. It's not loads in terms of the amount, but there's all these synergistic things that are seen as quite normal in bodybuilding, right? So anyway, let's get into my cycle. Remember, this is for me. If you try and copy this, you're a fucking spastic, unless you're like Mr. No, not Mr. Olympia. That's being really big-headed, isn't it? Ignore me. Anyway, so in another video, I'll go over the difference between drugs for off-season bulk / cutting for your show, right? So I was going to show you the whiteboard, but I couldn't get it in focus and couldn't be all fast about. We go in with our baseline at test at 750. I'll put it here as well. 750 test, which essentially is 3 mil because my test is 250. Okay. We've then got 300 EQ. We've got 200 Mass D and 75 DHB, which I have never used, which is pretty cool. So in total, that is 1350 or 1375. So 1.37 grams of PEDs to start with. I would say that is a medium moderate. It's not low, but it's not high. It's not super high, right? Those are my injectable hormones. Those are the ones when you hear like test and train and like all that's them, right? The injectable hormones, okay? I then run 10 IUs of GH. I will let you know if that changes over time. This has been the first year or the first 6 months where financially I haven't been a cheap bodybuilder. And I'm like, right, I'm going to put everything into this. And for me, I don't want to run higher than 10 GH. And I'll go through the costs in a minute of it all. But yeah, 10 GH there. So on my whiteboard, for example, I've got all my jabs Monday to Sunday because I like to microdose, so I do it every day. We have also got things that will be coming into play. So we've got T3 and T4. Those are your thyroid. Let's go layman's terms, real simple. Let's go metabolism here. That will essentially, as you diet, it will drop. So it helps fat loss. That's all you need to know. It helps fat loss. I won't go into the realms of it. But for me, I need to, based on my bloods, run T3 from the start. Loads of people don't. I don't with my clients, but I need to run my T3 from the start and T4 at a higher dose than normal because my, well, they've always said that I've got an underactive thyroid apparently, which considering how lean I am all the time, I don't understand. Anyway, so we've got that in play as well. Things that we will use this prep probably. We've got Trenase. I'll use melanotan too, so the tannin stuff. We've got Clen, a fat burner. Not using that yet. You got Anavar close to your show. You got Winstrol close to your show. Arimidex, which is an aromatase inhibitor, which again is a cosmetic look to bring down that estrogen, to bring down aromatization, to help dry you out, I suppose, if you want to call it that. Potentially use Superdrol in the last week. Potentially use Anadrol in the last week. We're going to have some fun with it, so we'll see what's there. The idea will be that I can't imagine the injectables will change apart from that trend. So yeah, the idea will be the amounts will go up. Most likely mass will be the thing that kind of goes up over time. I've also got Reta in play per my blood work, even though my blood sugars are really good in the morning, per my blood work of my blood glucose, etc. We want me to be a bit more sensitive. So yeah, we're going to run 0.25 milligrams 3 times a week, so 0.75 to start with, and that has started today. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I'm missing, but if you can imagine that, along with I was using insulin, along with all the supplements I've shown you, one, it's a lot of things to take, and number two, it's a lot of money. So I'll try and break this down quick because I'll go through the supplements more in depth with the money because I don't want to keep everyone watching this for fucking hours. But in terms of the drugs, okay, my first order, so essentially a month's worth of GH for me was about 420 quid, right? A month's worth. And then my drugs that I got, to be fair, this won't be a month's worth, but like I got 2 bottles of test because my test will run out in 3 weeks. So maybe we can say 2 months was another 500 quid, right? So that's already $1,000. Lasting you obviously if I added the GH in for another month, if I was to get the exact same stuff and not get some cheaper shit, you're looking at 1,500 over 2 months, and that's just showing you that. So, and this is the start of the cycle. This isn't as we go along. So I might run out of things. I might need to get things. That's not including supplements. That's not including entry. That's not including tannin. That's not including skincare. That's not including coaching. So yeah, just to give you a bit of an insight because that's what I want to do. So yeah. Let's go. Better things than else to go over. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you get some insight. I will definitely do more vlog, actually show you my life, but I wanted to get this prep underway. I will be honest and say, I don't even really know why. Well, I think I do, a little bit, but this is the most excited I have ever been to prep. I almost haven't wanted to prep and have kind of just done it to do it before. So we'll see how we get on, because close to the show, I always feel shit, but this is definitely the most locked in and focused and excited I have been at the start of a prep. So yeah, let's fucking get it. But anything you want to see, any question you want to ask, drop it down below. I'd appreciate a like, I'd appreciate a sub. If you made it this far, comment undeniable. There we go.